Defenses have solved the riddle that is Lamar Jackson. Here he is talking about Josh and Lamar. Take a listen.
This is the thing about Josh Allen that, like, I don't think the league has truly figured him out. Lamar, honestly, you bring a 5-man rush on him and collapse that pocket, he's drifting backwards, and unfortunately, he might make a play that isn't going to be the best play for the Ravens. I think you figured out Lamar. You come after him, bro.
Okay, that's fair or foul?
I'm going to be nice to Charles Omenihu.
Super Bowl champion, Charles.
Yeah, I'm gonna be nice to him. I can understand how he, as a member of the Chiefs for the last 3 years, feels like we had Lamar figured out. Now, I think some of that also was just Lamar not playing well in the big moments. But the Chiefs have had their way with Lamar. Even last year in the regular season, they've beaten him. Josh has obviously played well, lost in shootouts to the Chiefs or beat them in the regular season. But it's just ridiculous to say the league's. 2 years ago, Lamar had 41 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, a 119.6 passer rate.
Pre-figured out, though.
So that's what I'm wondering. When did they figure him out? So last year in the first 4 games, remember, he had 9 touchdowns, and this was against Detroit, Buffalo. The Buffalo game, he was great, and Derrick Henry fumbled, and, they collapsed. Detroit, he played well. He had 9 touchdowns, 0 picks in the first 3 games. Kansas City, again, plays so-so. Then the next 2 games, he has like 5 touchdowns, no picks. So he had 15 touchdowns, 1 pick last year in the first 6 games. Then I think where he struggled was the injuries, the sicknesses, he's not practicing. And then when he comes back late in the season and he's healthy, we think, he plays well. The Pittsburgh game, 3 touchdown passes, obviously makes the great throws to like Isaiah Likely, Zay Flowers. They have a chance to win, and then the kicker misses the field goal. So, I get it. Lamar was down last year, but I think to say the league figured him out obviously is ridiculous. But as a Chief, I understand why he would put Josh ahead of Lamar.
Yeah, you could talk about that way about any quarterback that's had a down season. Has the league figured out Patrick Mahomes? Right. Maybe they have, because he's had some down seasons. So I guess he's been figured out. And look, if you can keep Lamar in the pocket, that's the best case scenario. But one of the things about Lamar is his unpredictability is the hardest thing, because you don't know what he's going to do with the ball. You don't know when he's going to escape, when he's going to stay in, when he's going to buy time and throw it down the field. He doesn't follow a consistent pattern. So to say that maybe that's what he's saying is you're attempting to get consistency out of him, but there's a lot of times defensively where you're trying to do certain things, and you think that as long as you do that, you're going to be in great shape. I don't know how many times I've said to Nick, you got to keep Mahomes in the pocket, but he finds a way to do it. So maybe they just haven't had as much success, keeping Josh Allen in the pocket, and that's why they haven't figured him out. It just seems a little unfair on a down season to now give him the moniker of they figured him out, and you cite all those numbers, and there's other good quarterbacks that have had down seasons where people haven't said, oh yeah, we've got the formula to stop them.
Well, I think a lot of guys, when their first time they have a down year, people say the blueprint's out. I remember when we were still in boxes, the blueprint was out on Mahomes. 3 Super Bowl appearances and MVP ago. It's like, you played too high. Like so people saying the blueprint's out is not, unique or to Lamar. And I think this is painted in too broad of strokes. But what he described, we can all visualize exactly what he's talking about, and it's not just games against the Chiefs, where Lamar does start prematurely backpedaling the playoff game against Buffalo and set the ball on the ground.
But their playoff game, which is the point of him in big games.
So is it figured out? Is it in the playoff games he gets tight individually? I'm not sure. Everyone can have their own opinion.
There's not a ton of regular season games.
No, there's not. But the point I'm making is what he is specifically describing. We all know exactly what he's talking about and can think of multiple moments like that from Lamar. And if you listen to more of it, he does say, he's like, but if he breaks through, like he's gone, And that is, to me, the question mark for Lamar going into next year, because this past year, and a little bit the year before, but certainly this past year, he was just so much more hesitant to be like, stop and put his foot in the ground and go run.
Yeah. So just to be clear, the whole interview with Charles was pretty absurd. I mean, he was saying such crazy things like the 49ers team was better in 2023, the 49ers team was better than the Philadelphia Eagles team. And yet the Eagles destroyed the Chiefs, and because it's when he was on the Chiefs, and it was just like which is just, it's just funny because it's just like, well then which is it? So they weren't a stacked team and yet they still destroyed you. And then the 49ers were a better team, but then they couldn't win. It's which conversation do you want to have there then? And I was actually thinking about using a clip of that just so I could be like, listen, just because you're in the NFL, just because you played in the NFL doesn't mean that it's just like people like to talk. People like to talk and like to be out there, and it's just I think when you're trying to actually give real takes, there's a responsibility to try to be as informed and accurate. And not everyone brings that to the table. Not everyone really cares about that because it doesn't matter. And they just say whatever. But this conversation here, it's not about that the league hasn't figured out Allen, but they've figured out Lamar. That's not what it really is. What it really is just that Josh Allen is the best quarterback in the NFL. That's ultimately what it gets boiled down to. And I hate that we have to have this constant comparison between especially most recently Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. And it's just I'll tell you what right now. When Josh Allen loses to the Kansas City Chiefs in the playoffs right in 24 and 23 and whatnot, no player, no Kansas City Chief is like Josh Allen, just can't get it done. He's just not good enough. Not a single player on the field feels that way. Not a single player on the field feels that way. But yet there are some players who are like Lamar Jackson didn't get it done. Lamar Jackson wasn't good enough. And I think that's what I find more interesting. There is even just from the players themselves, not the media. Not the media, and so don't turn this into something it's not. Don't turn this conversation into something it's not. But there is a feeling of I can go to war with Josh Allen in a way that I can't necessarily do with a Lamar Jackson. And I'm not saying that it's right or wrong, but that is my sense of it. And if you're watching this video and you're a Ravens fan, you're a Lamar fan, don't come at me and say that I'm downplaying Lamar, that I hate Lamar. I've posted 2 videos over this weekend defending. They said that Lamar will never win a Super Bowl, and Colin said that the Ravens should trade, they'll be drafting a quarterback next year. So do not come at me about any type of Lamar Jackson hate or anything. Do just go watch though. Other videos. Go watch. It's just that's what I even said, I think in one of those other videos, that it's just I hate how that conversation is always connected. And I do. That's why I actually appreciate what Nick said here, where he's they said the same thing about Patrick Mahomes, that the blueprint's out on him and that it's all figured out. We do that with every single quarterback out there. We do it with every single quarterback after it. And that's what I even said in my where they might move on from Lamar, whatever that take. I was they do that with all. They moved on from Tom Brady, right? They moved on from Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning. They move on, right? So that conversation is not to Lamar. So just turn the temperature down. Just turn it down. Okay. Just turn it down. 'Cause again, I said, the interview itself was just so all over the place. And I don't think you figure out Lamar necessarily. Have you found ways to hurt Lamar and hurt Josh Allen? When I mean hurt, I mean not physically hurt in terms of make them not at their best. Absolutely. Just you could do that with every quarterback. Every quarterback. But I just think that, at the end of the day, there's just as much as people want to keep trying to pretend it doesn't exist, Josh Allen is the best quarterback in the NFL. That's what this really ultimately gets boiled down to. Josh Allen is the best quarterback in the NFL. And it's just absurd that continues to be a controversial statement. I mean, Nick Wright even openly admits the most dangerous play in all of football is just Josh Allen with the ball. You know, in space. He says, that is the most dangerous. He's not saying that about Mahomes. And we know how much he loves Mahomes. But he's just like the most dangerous thing in the NFL right now is just Josh Allen with the ball, you know, and room to go. It's like, what's he about to do there? Is he going to throw? Is he going to run? Like, is he going to barrel through? Like, what is he about to do? And you know, it has nothing to do with like being unable to win a Super Bowl or this or that or like, oh, he turned the ball over against the Denver Broncos. And it's like, okay, sure. And it's just like and that's what's always, you know, absurd to me with these conversations cause you can see the confusion and the disingenuousness of it all because you'll be like, well, Josh Allen can't get over the hump, you know, or he can't win. He turned the ball over. And it's just like, okay, well, Lamar Jackson, multiple turnovers, multiple losses in the playoffs. Right? Like, what are we talking about here? And so, you know, it just doesn't make sense. And, you know, Sam Darnold won the Super Bowl and he's not better than Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson. That's just a fact. And I love Sam. I've praised Sam, defended Sam, was on Sam before he balled out with the Minnesota Vikings. He's not better than Josh Allen. He's not better than Lamar Jackson. That's just a fact. That's just an indisputable fact. He's a Super Bowl winner. He's a Super Bowl winner. And if his running back didn't have as great of a game, he would have been the Super Bowl MVP, too. So, like we can't just go by that. We just can't go by that. So you know, I feel as though that the conversation itself was just more about like, you know at the heart of it Josh Allen is more dangerous and Josh Allen is more resilient to how a game can unfold and defensive plans. It's not to say that the league has figured out Lamar. Now, Lamar's not going to be able to score touchdowns. Like Brubaker, that's why role models and Brubaker was going through all the stats and just saying, yeah, that's, you know, that's all well and good, but like kind of like who cares in this moment of time. It's really like when it matters most in some of these games. And we've seen Josh Allen turn into Superman in ways that we simply just do not see at the same rate that we see with Mahomes, Burrow, Lamar, etc. I mean, like those 6-touchdown game like just even last season alone the things that Josh Allen has had to do against the Ravens, against the Bucks. 2 years ago against the Rams. Like, it's just so insane that some of the moments that Josh Allen has had throughout his career. I mean, it's just so insane. And it doesn't mean that takes away from what Lamar has done or what Mahomes has done. That's not what it is. That's not what it is. But what Josh Allen has done it's just different. I mean, it really is. It's just different. Just look at his games against the Bucks, against the Bengals, against the Ravens. Just look at those last season games. Just look at those games. You can put out games that he wasn't perfect. What about against the Falcons? And it's like, oh, okay. So, he lost a game and wasn't great in it. It wasn't perfect. Got it. No, I'm not telling you that Josh Allen is perfect every single game and is never responsible for anything bad happening to the Buffalo Bills. But he's the best quarterback in the NFL. He's the best quarterback in the NFL. And in this moment of time, more players would rather be playing with Josh Allen right now. People that are on offense they want to be with Josh. And defenses cause you could say like, well, Matthew Stafford was the MVP. I promise you, defenses rather go up against Matthew Stafford and Drake May than Josh Allen. I promise you that. Those are the 2 MVP candidates. And yet, they would rather go up against Matthew Stafford and Drake May than Josh Allen any game. I promise you that. I know it to my core. I mean, Spags has essentially come out and said, you know, I'm exhausted by having to try to stop Josh Allen, okay? I mean, even Spags dialing up like an absolute perfect pressure on him on a got to have a play in the AFC Championship game. And Josh Allen still makes an unbelievable play on an unbelievable throw and puts his team in a position to convert the down and go on win the teammate that drops the ball. Spags knows that. Spags understands that. The Kansas City Chiefs understand it. I bet you Patrick Mahomes understands that, too. It seemed like everyone understood that except for random fans and apparently Nick Wright, who said Mahomes would have done even a better job in that moment. And then only to not do a better job in that moment when going up against the Philadelphia Eagles. That's another story. That's another story. But I think it's okay. It's okay. It's okay for us just to all admit let's try to see if we can do this right now. Let's just see if we can do this. It's April. There's no stakes right now. Let's just see if we can do this. Leave a comment and say I know Josh Allen is the best quarterback in the NFL. I believe Josh Allen is the best quarterback in the NFL. Josh Allen is the best quarterback in the NFL. Just see if you can leave that comment. Just see if we can all just accept you know what, Josh Allen is the best quarterback in the NFL. Doesn't mean that he's won the most Super Bowls. Doesn't mean that he has the best resume. Doesn't mean that he has the greatest legacy. He's the best cart. We're back in the NFL. Josh Allen in 2026 is playing as the best quarterback in the NFL. It's just a fact. It's just a fact. I had this other conversation in the comments section cause this conversation always comes up. I was talking about with JCT cause someone's like, no, Patrick Mahomes is clearly the best quarterback in the NFL. And it's just like, no, he's not. No, he's not. He's got the best resume right now. He's got the best legacy. He's had the better career. Undeniably. Undeniably. In 2026 Josh Allen is a better quarterback than Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Matthew Stafford, Drake May. And on we go. Josh Allen is the best quarterback in the NFL. I'm telling you, if you say it'll be okay. It'll be okay to admit it. And honestly I think you'll enjoy watching his games so much more. I wasted a lot of years saying, LeBron James isn't that good. He'll never be better than MJ. I wasted too many years with that mentality. I wasted too many years of watching LeBron James be great, doing otherworldly things and just being like, whatever. Oh, that was a foul. I wasted too much time doing that. I'm lucky I didn't do that with Steph. I'm lucky I might doing that with Wembanyama. I'm lucky I might doing that cause I'm like, no. I'm witnessing greatness. I'm witnessing greatness. And Josh Allen's greatness does not take away from Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Matthew Stafford, Drake May, Jalen. It doesn't take away. Why from anyone? It's just a simple acknowledgement that Josh Allen is the best quarterback in the NFL. Josh Allen can do every single thing that any other quarterback can do. But they cannot do everything that Josh Allen can do. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about Josh Allen? Has the league not figured Josh Allen out? And they have figured out Lamar? See if we can have this conversation in the comments section. And let me know if you can make that comment. Josh Allen is best quarterback in the NFL. Let me know your thoughts. I read every single comment. So, whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get into some discussions. Let's get into some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. Please do consider subscribing. We're building an amazing community here. I'd absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to. Something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It really does help the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.